Our young men deal with violence and criminalization because they live in a police state. When the first thing you're greeted with when you enter a school is a security guard or metal detectors, you begin to become conditioned to feeling like a criminal. When police officers are able to stop you and frisk you and able to abuse their authority and their power without giving you a legitimate reason, it becomes a condition which trains young men to see themselves as something bad, as something negative.
Just take an imagination of walking outside of your house and having to walk to school and be on the lookout for the truancy officers who are patrolling specifically to find young people to stop them and treat them as they are criminal.
The impact of stop and frisk and other racist policies on young men of color in our communities and in our neighborhoods is the re-traumatizing of us as a people. When this becomes something that's reinforced daily, and it's not only reinforced to you, it's reinforced to young men that look just like you, that stigma becomes a trauma that continues to re-traumatize you. And you're re-traumatized so many times that it's just normal.
Criminalization of black and brown men, to me, is a misconception, but it's a misconception that plays out in reality. And the numbers do suggest by far black and brown men bear the brunt of this misconception, and criminalization is one of these things that we consistently try to break down.
I think self-image plays a huge part in the work that we do with our young men, especially as it relates to criminalization, because young men are flooded with imagery from TV, music videos, film, newspapers, all kinds of media that portray them as criminals, that portray them in a way that really dehumanizes them.
These racist policies are targeted towards young people of color. We've got a capitalist ideal that is fueled by having young men of color in jail. And the issue with the prison industrial complex is that it demands criminals, it demands prisoners, it demands workers.
So the work that we do as chapter leaders with our young men is really breaking down these images, breaking down these stereotypes, so that young men can define for themselves what a man, what a brother, what a leader is. And that work is really the work of creation, creation of identity, creation of self-esteem, creation of a man that is not defined by someone else.
The work that we do at Brotherhood Sister Soul is to try to unlearn those binds and see what really is at the core, and how to deal with that pain, and how to deal with that suffering, and how to go beyond these expectations that are socially held for us. I want people to know the stories of the young men we work with. I want them to know the beautiful human beings that they are, the intellectual giants that they are.
What I want people to know about the young men that we work with is really simple, and it's an old saying: don't judge a book by its cover. And when we say the cover, it's the way that the young men look, the way the young men react, the knowledge that they may have because of the knowledge that they're given.
I want people to know that our members are also children.
My boys are human. My boys deserve to be loved. My boys deserve a future. And that's why I feel it's imperative that this work be done. That's why when I look to my left and I look at Nando, I look to my right and I have Emmanuel and the support structure that is Brotherhood. I'm very thankful to come out of this program as a supplemental program. But to other young men, this is a primary source of guidance and love, a foundation, a rock, a pillar, a place that will not go anywhere because we are dedicated to them. And this is a place of love. At the very end of the day, this is love. I'm a big brother, and I'm speaking for everybody here. There's some people here who are big brothers to these men, young men. We're uncles to these young men, and to some, we're fathers. And that's something you can't put a price on. And it's a vocation. And we do it out of love because we love them and they love us.